Octane wanted no part of that fight whatsoever. What's up, you guys? Vengefire, and we are back with another video. This one's gonna be a little bit different. I wanted to go into my controller setup a little bit. You see that? Yeah, it's just your basic, PlayStation controller. Although mine's super cool with the red camo. But as I'm climbing the ranks, right, I noticed, my accuracy obviously isn't that great, and at even plat, you just run into a lot of people that have at least as good as accuracy as you do, if not better. So the only way you can actually beat those people is through movement. And even with a lot of the standard controller setups that they give you, the various defaults that you can change to, it really doesn't allow for a whole bunch of movement, or it's just really uncomfortable in the hands if it does allow for the movement. So I've been changing around the controllers a lot. I literally, at one point, I had it was my slide as L2, my jump as L1, and then I had aim as R2 and my fire as R1. And that actually felt really, really good, right? So it's all mobility on the left hand and then everything to shoot and aim on the right hand, so it's it just keeps everything a little bit smoother, you know what I mean? It helps a little bit. But these two fingers are never in action normally, right, when I'm trying to play the game. So it's really uncomfortable for me to play with that claw style. So I kind of developed a weird modified claw, right, where I've got it on one side. And it still isn't that great. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the controller setup that I use to compensate for that, to allow as much movement as I think is at least necessary in Apex. Let's jump right into it. Alright, so these are the kind of normal, or your default controls that you can choose from. The best one out of all of these ones, I think, is going to be button puncher. That one gives you the mobility, right? So you can aim and you can crouch at the same time while you're shooting somebody, you know what I mean? So you can actively be moving around while you're aiming and shooting at the same person. So if your accuracy is not as good, there's going to have to be a lot better because they're trying to hit a moving target. Usually people are going to be stagnant when they're trying to shoot at you. So if you're able to move around a whole bunch, it's really going to help sway that fight to your side. So having it on the aim stick helps it quite a bit. So if you're going to go with just a default one, I would definitely either do the button puncher or the button jumper. Alright. So this is kind of what I was talking about with the whole movement, right? Especially when you're in a gunfight, alright? You're going to want to be able to strafe and aim, right? So you're doing two things at the same time, right? You're going side to side and you're aiming. Then you want to be able to aim and strafe at the same time, right? ADS, I guess you're obviously aiming through hipfire here as well. But now you're ADSing while you're strafing. And then to add to it, right, this is the movement part, you can do this. See what I'm saying? So now it adds more movement. And if they're just going for headshots, they're missing a whole bunch more shots than you would be if somebody's not doing that. Right? And it just gets even more, right? If you're doing hipfire, obviously you move a lot faster, right? You're trying to... someone's trying to fight you while you're doing that. It makes it a lot harder. Into it, you can do the jump and slide, right? And it just makes it that much harder for someone to track you. You know what I mean? You're doing all this crazy stuff. You're able to just watch them the entire time, without too much of a hindrance, right? So it's just all about the mobility, right? Having the ability to do that is a lot better than you just kind of doing this. You know what I'm saying? You're a lot easier to hit. Alright, so these are the exact button settings that I have for my controller, and that allows me to do all of those things. Doing those jumps, the slides, and the crouching and all that while you're still aiming at that target. This is how I have it set up, and I actually changed the crouch button to hold as opposed to toggle, and that just gets your movement, your crouching faster. You know what I mean? You can hit the ground and come back up a little bit faster if it's on hold instead, and it kind of eliminates having to push that button an extra amount of times. Right? You got to push it once to go down and then push it again to go up. So it's just work smarter, not harder, I guess. But here is the gameplay, and you can see earlier, even in this game, I almost got 4K with Pathfinder, and I was changing my controls in this game, right, all the way through it, get into a fight. Really, I didn't like that setup, so I changed it again. But this is the rest of that game for you. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later. Recharging shields. You can even see it in that fight, right? That dude had a red shield and his buddy had a purple
What
shield.
was that guy that had
They
my
didn't even
red
hardly
shield on
do
him?
25 damage on me, you know what I mean? They couldn't even hit me. They were a little unsuspecting, I suppose, but I just killed their third teammate. They should have known exactly where I was at. They're pushing up the hill to me, and they couldn't even land a shot on me.
No! My bad, fuck.
Coming you want.
Thermite grenade out. Giving my shields a recharge. Ring flare opening up. No thanks. Fire. I killed an enemy. Giving my shields a recharge. Just a minute until the ring closes. At least I don't have to wait for anyone. Okay, 2 enemy squads left. Deep breaths. 45 seconds until ring close. It's near. Good thing I can move. Grappling. This is very exciting. Only one more squad and me. Just 10 seconds. Tick-tock, says the clock.
You guys, I'm not gonna lie, I am amped at this point, right? There is one team left. I'm actually like just over 1,000 damage left to get the 4K badge. It's possible, right? I could farm a little bit on these guys, and it gets, at the end, I'm 200 damage away, right? I have no ammo. I think I end up pushing this last dude with like 20 extra shots in the clip, right? It is ridiculous. So I pretty much had to push, and it led to my, well, you guys will see. You guys will see.
Ring's not that far. I love it when that happens. "30 seconds. That's half a minute."
No, I'm chilling right here. I don't have any nades or anything. I don't have ammo. I got 40 rounds for this thing and 100 for this. We're not doing great.
Yes, I'm inside the next ring.
I can't really push down to this ledge to get an angle on them because they have a Sheila there. Oh wait, no, circle's closing on them.
I am opening fire. Recharging shields.
It just sucks because there's still 3 of them. One's getting brave though.
Only 1 minute until the ring closes. Luckily, it's not far.
I thought I heard him, but how funny would that be?
Ring's not who's ready to fly on a zip line. I am. close. Fire.
No! No, bro! It's all lost! No! I'm leaving. Nah, I'm not. You bastards!